Well, congratulations on both of your wins. How does it feel to have wins at the same time?
Man, it feels so good. I had a slow start, so I was like, okay, I don't, all of our students are here. We had probably like 100 of them buy tickets to come. So, just being able to get a finish, and then I still have that, like, okay, how is Renato going to do? Is he going to win? Are we going to go home happy? Are we going to go home one person happy, one person sad? So he brought it home, and it feels amazing. Like, there is no other feeling like what I felt today. I don't think I've ever felt that in my entire career.
Yeah, I mean, same here. When Raquel won her match, right, just the way they was going, the comeback of that match and finishing the girl and all you guys saw, I mean, all our team there hyped up, just got me hyped up, and I was yelling way too much, ended up losing my voice a little bit. So I got to the back room, I was like, my throat was dry, drinking water the whole time. I didn't want to get too full too. Um, but yeah, I feel like that was something that was really in the back, and thankfully I was able to hit it. So I'm super stoked that we both won. Like she said, it's better when we both win.
How awkward is it when one of you guys wins and the other one doesn't on the same night?
It's happened a couple. It's happened a couple of times, and it is a little hard. Like, we have never. I know there are some like relation couples that they compete with each other. We have never been like that, but it is kind of hard if I win and he doesn't, or he wins and I don't, or it is a little like you want to be happy, but you also want to, be like, what is the word, like, be just kind of conscious of their feelings too. But I feel like the other person is always happy no matter what.
Yeah, I feel like in a way we got two chances to win, so it's kind of a steal. Like, we're cheating in the game because we never get sad. Like I can't be sad because if she won, right, and I lost, like I'll just be happy that she won, and vice versa. I don't feel like we ever felt like a hate for like get out of here for your happiness. We are just always both stoked, if at least one of us win.
Does it make it even better when you get your submission right in front of all those 100 people that you said bought because it was like perfect right by where all your team looked like they were at?
Yeah, I mean, that's just the cherry on top. That's my favorite thing about competing here. Again, we're in Vegas, right? So we have the advantage, like we're locals, but we are also probably two of the only people that we know that compete at this level and run a gym and run a whole business. We've been teaching now for almost 6 years, 5.5 years, almost 6 years. We have our own place for like 3 years about. So we have this giant community, and this is the one place that they can all come and watch. And they are just like, for them, we're just coaches, we're just like, for the kids, just like uncle and auntie kind of vibe. They don't even know what we do outside of there. So when they come here and watch us, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree. We get to be like that superhero unlocked, So it's amazing. Like tonight, I think was literally the best moment of my career. Just having everyone there, both of us getting submissions. The last time we both won, I didn't get the submission, so I wasn't that happy about. Like I was happy, but I was like, oh, it would have been so much better if I also got the submission. But today was just like core memory. It'll live rent free in my head forever.
Do you guys prefer to compete at the same time because you guys can go through camp together and then you both are celebrating together, or do you prefer to maybe have one person going so the other can support a little bit more? You guys seem to compete together a lot.
Yeah, we've been doing this for like 8 years or almost 9 years together now. So I feel like it happens so often. I think it's a little harder for me because I do a lot of everything. So then when both of us are, it's like, okay, managing 2 different diets or managing the gym, and so sometimes it's a little better when it's only myself, but I love competing with him. I feel like there is a little less pressure when we're both doing it. I don't get so stressed out. Like if it's just me, I'm like, oh, just focus on myself. But when it's him, I get to also focus on him too. So it's a little less stress. Maybe he will feel differently though. I don't know.
I feel like we both get a little bit quiet in a way, day off at least. And she always gets very quiet. And like when she's competing, I'm not. I don't know really how to act because like she's not like hugging and kissing that day. She just kind of, she's tough Raquel and she's ready to beat someone up. She's kind of in that warrior mode. So she always I feel like feels very connected with the competition. I feel like over the years I get less and less nervous, and that kind of stressed me out a little bit because I like feeling a little bit of nerves and the adrenaline kicking in. When I don't have that, I don't feel like I can perform as well as I usually do. When you have the adrenaline kicking in for the way that I like fighting, I like moving forward, and I have to feel the vibe in the match. I feel like things unfold a little bit better. So that's why when she's competing, it's a lot better for me because I get to get inside and get a feel for it, get the whole vibe going, the stress, the things that they were doing wrong. So I went out with her, I went out with Gabriel Meira as well. So like I could feel the things that they were like suffering with, either being like, one was breathing too hard and the other one was, just starting slow. I was like, okay, all these things can happen. Just remember that. So it helps me. It does help me. I don't stress about it. I'm thankful they worked
You're
out.
welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, good inspiration for sure.
You mentioned MMA eventually. Was that more of just poking fun, or are you being serious with it?
No, so the funny thing is I stopped grappling like in the end of 2021. I won Worlds, and I was like, you know what? Now I'm going to fight MMA because before the last Worlds, I was like, this is my last one. I was already starting to train some MMA training for striking and wrestling and stuff. And I first went to the gym because of wrestling. I was like, I just want to go to a good wrestling program, train with more guys, and then end up going there on the wrong day, jump in and do like some Shark Tank for the guys, help them to train, start going more often, start getting into it. I was like, you know what, I always wanted to do this, but like as my dreams in jiu-jitsu get bigger and bigger, just keep pushing. So I've been training for now almost 3 years, 3 years already. The thing is I was signed with a different promotion, and I was like 2 years stuck on a contract that kind of held me back a little bit. I feel like I competed the first time and I lost, and then they never like brought me back for either for grappling or for MMA, and that was kind of a bummer. But again, things just didn't work out the way that I wanted. Like whatever, like that's in the past. Like I had matches like fights that I was gonna do it. People pulled out last minute, so it's just been a long process. I wanted to fight in the end of this year, but I feel like I had a very long year now that I came back to grappling. And part of me is like, you know what, I would like to enjoy the holidays and come back in January. But at the same time, if someone comes with like a good proposal and like, hey man, you want to fight in December in our event? I'm all ears. I'm stoked right now. I'm super hyped that I just competed, so I might keep the momentum going. But we never know. But soon, I feel like the next thing I'm gonna do though should be MMA, unless I come back for the Fight Pass here for another match. But other than that, UFC Fight Pass and MMA, and that's what I want to do. Nothing else.
Thank you.
Speaking of MMA, Raquel, would you ever go back?
No. I'm about to turn 34 on Monday, and we have been waiting to have kids. So I was actually supposed to be trying right now, and then things kind of took off with the Fight Pass Invitational, and I'm making more than I ever made fighting MMA. And of course, like if I had reached higher levels, of course, that would have been way bigger payouts. But I'm liking what I'm doing, and I'm probably going to be retiring soon so that we can start a family.
Which is tougher, training, preparing for these grappling matches, or running the gym?
Running the gym. Yeah, I mean, training is just what I do every single day, so it's not even like a second thought of how hard it's going to be or how, but running the gym is hard, especially as the gym's getting bigger. Right now, like thankfully, like it's going really well. So it's more classes, dealing with different people, different emotions. It's a lot of work. And Renato's the good cop, I'm the bad cop, so that makes it harder too.
And I guess the last thing for me, I mean, it's one thing to go to your classes and teach these students, but tonight you actually got to perform in front of it. I'm sure you're going to use this for a teaching moment to them as well, but what would you like to tell them, or what are you hoping that they take away from your performances tonight?
I think, like, one thing that happened for me is that I actually woke up pretty sick this morning. I was, like, feeling like I was having a fever, and I was coughing and stuff all day. Like a bunch of stuff was kind of going wrong, and I was like, I started slow, but I was like, okay, staying focused on, okay, I know that she's gonna get tired. The elevation here is a little bit different. I just need to find one opening to win. And that's one thing that we always tell them is like, you just have to stay focused, like minute by minute, take the match minute by minute. Like even if things feel like I got taken down more in this match, and I probably gotten taken down in years. I got taken down 3 times. Like I don't often get taken down. Like things were going bad, but I just stayed focused and found the submission or found the takedown, got the submission, and won. So it's something I always tell them, like especially for the competitors, is like just take it minute by minute, take it day by day. Just stay focused. So I feel like that's going to be something that I can see. Like, look, it was not going my way, still found the way to win.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we teach a general group of like adults, kids, from like anywhere from 3 years old all the way to like 60 something. So For the kids, though, for me, like I started as a kid, Raquel, so been competing in wrestling, MMA, and then jiu-jitsu eventually, since she's super young. I feel like for the kids that were here, it's like this group of kids and boys that been training with us. They come like Tuesday and Thursday morning at 7 a.m. now, and we drill, then we work out, then we train, and then they come back at night. So like I'm trying to kind of pass the lifestyle and kind of instruct them in a way of like, okay, if you guys want to do this, you can make a living on this. We're here trying to open up the way and work hard so you guys can be the ones that are probably going to be making a good living from it. So I feel like they were super stoked, and it's cool for them to watch and be able to be like, you know what, look at that. Like there is like these people are real. I'm there with them every day. I see what they're doing, and like and I can do it too, So I feel like this is really big for me, like in my head, like both of us being good example for the next generation, because I've been there before and I had to look up to people too.
Obviously, big wins for both of you tonight. But for Renato, how did it feel to get redemption following the upset that happened at CJI earlier this year?
I mean, yeah, CJI wasn't the greatest show I had. Like I said, my adrenaline doesn't kick in every day. And even today, I was like, I'm learning to just kind of stay calm and go with the flow. These boys get really big. I don't know how they can make the weight. I got to get a better dietitian or something. Figure out, this is my dietitian, I can't say that. With that said, I get in trouble. But I gotta find a way to like train super hard and still find enough food or time to rest and gain muscle, I guess. By being trying to put on size, I feel like that's one of the biggest things. I feel like in CGI, the guy I competed was just so freaking strong, and I didn't perform as well as I wished. So being here today and being able to get back to the good side of things and putting on a good show and getting PJ's heel back, because my ankle been popping every night I go to bed. If I come after Raquel shoot, it's a super light slipper, and my ankle come in popping, I already get caught. I'm like, fucking PJ, man. So now it's back on him. Hopefully his ankle's popping right now too.
That's awesome. And I know you said, obviously CGI didn't go the way you wanted to, but a lot of people really enjoyed the turnout of that event, and a lot of it was because of the pit-style matches. Do you think Fight Pass Invitational should adopt some pit-style matches in the future?
I know that they were considering, and I'm really hoping they do, because the presentation of it is pretty sweet and non-stop, like you don't have to worry about the resets and things like that. I feel like it's a good idea. It is a little bit weird in the sense like when people kind of fall in that corner and they're both just kind of sliding down. It's like, not a fight that everyone's used to it, but everyone can get used to it. We can all set up the mat certain kind of way, right? Some guys did it. So I agree with it, and I think it looks very cool, and I think they definitely should. Now, with that said, if they put on a stage, if they put on a cage, if they put on the ground, if they put outside in the parking lot, I'll be here, dude. I'm fighting.
Sure, and last one for me. I know you have a big goal going to MMA one day, but is there any big goal for both of you, maybe in terms of the way where you want your gym to be in a couple of years, or just where you want to be in life?
I think we're trying to, eventually settle and have kids as well, but within the gym, I think within the next 2, maybe 3 years, maybe, to be like realistic and kind of give us some time to breathe, because we're always on the go. We do want to open like a new spot and have our own facility and have something like, with everything on it, from smoothie bar, acai shop, giant, weightlifting place and big mat spaces. Right now I have 3 mat spaces and a little weightlifting areas, which is pretty cool, but the rooms could be definitely a lot bigger, and we could have like, more things going on. So big investors, if you guys are out there, man, hit me up. We are ready. Yeah, but I think within the gym is that, and then hopefully we'll be back here. I heard in December we're coming back again. UFC Fight Pass, main event, Raquel Canuto. I can come co-main again, I don't care. She won 3 already.
I think that they're going to be doing some big things here. So my goal, I said that I only have a short time left, is I want them to start making belts for this, and I want to retire as the Fight Pass Invitational champion. That would be my goal.
That'd be awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.